We're at the booth of Jadelic for a nice little game from Corbie Games called Bounty Train. What is Bounty Train?
Bounty Train is the complex game about the trains and economicals and micromanagement. It's basically the combination FTL and Sid Meier's and the Railroad Tycoon. So it's the game with a lot of decisions to be making, and you have to love complex and deep games. So it's a solid one, you know.
So I have a lot of trains, or do I just want one train?
Well, actually, you own a train, and this is like your tower, basically. You upgraded it. You hire special crew members in it, which have different specialities. The cannoneer, the rifle shooter, or the nurse, or the driver, or the fixer. So you have to manage all these people inside your train. You get more carriages, you get goods to transfer from one city to another, and you generally have the main goal and the time limit to complete it, because you act as the main person named Walter Reed. So you need to find your family to get their shareholders of the family company, to get the company back into control, and to kill all the betrayers of his father, basically.
Okay. So you said tower. So is it a bit like tower defense in this place in the game?
Actually, it is more complicated, because the actions in the game happening during the Civil War and Union against Confederates. This is the actual war, and you have to manage your train and to keep everyone and everything in it safe. So when you're traveling from one city to another, you got Native Americans, you got bandits attacking you, trying on the horses, chasing you, or making some ambushes, trying to steal your money, your goods, kill your people and stuff. And it's a bit more complicated, or even much more complicated than tower defense, because they can get into your train, they can burn it, they can put a dynamite, they can unchain your carriages with the gold and with the armor. And if you see it deeper, it is a lot of micromanagement during the battle. You have like 10 people in the crew, and everything have their own skills. And during the combats, the skills are growing up, and enemies become more stronger and more smart. So it's a long story. It's not just like level after level after level. You should care about your crew and the team, basically.
Okay, and so I have the whole map of the United States for playing this game?
Currently it is from east to the, not to the middle, I would say, because it's already up to 40 hours of gameplay, and I don't know if you mentioned that we're going early access on 17th of August, which means that this is not the whole map uncovered yet, but there will be more options to proceed in the game and to open more cities and go up to the west coast of the United States.
So you said it's also it's coming out on early access. On probably PC. What other platforms are planned? It
will be on PC and Mac for now, and we're also thinking about the consoles, but this is not on the time. We will think of it a bit later, more precisely. But so far it is Mac and PC.
So you already said that some games which inspired you for the game. What has influenced you the most?
Well, actually, I don't know. The games I've named you, actually, these are the most playable games by myself when I was a kid. Actually, not, despite FTL, obviously, but in FTL I really like micromanagement and all these sections. We also have nursery carriages and armor carriages and stuff. And we thought, why wouldn't we combine all the favorite genres we have? And we also put it on the real historical events. So it's just not the imaginary world, and everything what happens in the United States that time influences you and your team, basically. It influences the economic the way how soldiers from Confederates and Unions attitudes towards you, either they attack you or they help you with some quests. So everything was it's a great romance that period of time, and we wanted to implement that in the game.
Can you give us an example of the historical things in the game?
Well, just for instance, you can meet different historical characters during that period of time. For instance, you may, if you're in the right place and you talk to the right people, you can meet Samuel Colt, the inventor of the famous gun. But and if you help him and make right decisions, he will help you and upgrade your weapon, and will help you with some technology and inventions he made. So this is the part of a real world. And also there was a real yellow fever in New Orleans, so it influences the economy, like food prices goes up and you have to deliver food there. You finish quests, you get more money and stuff. So you have to read everything happening on the screen. You have to understand where you should go, build a strategy. Either you want to build a fast train to move towards, or you want to build a slower train, a more solid, more armored, with more guns and gatlings and cannons and stuff, and move slowly, but more directed, and enjoy the gameplay.
And this is a lot of stuff you have to manage, and you named FTL, which is also a difficult game. So is Bounty Train also you have you also want to make a difficult game?
We really think that this is a hard game, which for the players who wants to be deep into the game and understand it and live in it, basically. This is a solid game with a lot of decisions to be making from the micromanagement on the train level to the global level on the map, on the economy and stuff. So yes, this is not easy game. And this is what we like in it, actually.
Okay, cool. So August the 17th?
Yes, August 17th. Early access Steam. Give it a shot.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin.